It's been a minute since I've talked to this big camera here. I kind of wanted to film a little update and a little recap video for you guys. As you guys can see, it's blowing outside, like blowing. I think we're supposed to get up to like 80km/h winds today. There's a front moving through, but yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great day. So a little update on what's been going on. See, the one time I don't wear a hat, it's blowing like this. Ice fishing has been put to a halt for me a little bit. We were on the right track. My friend was actually out on 3 inches of black ice 2 weeks ago, but last week and this week we've had some really warm temperatures. Like I think today, let me check. Today it says a high of 16 degrees Celsius, which is very warm for December, which is going to be melting a lot of the ice around here. So for me personally, just with the time I have now and the inability really right now to drive 3-4 hours up north for ice, the ice fishing season is just a little bit delayed for me, just a little bit delayed. But as you guys have been seeing, I have been doing a lot of steelhead fishing, which I absolutely love. I know a lot of you guys down south and such don't really get to experience this kind of fishing, but steelhead fishing is a lot of fun. They fight really hard. I'm pretty new to steelhead fishing. I've been fishing for 3 or 4 years now, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it, I guess you could say. There's a lot to consider with steelhead fishing. It's very time and condition dependent, mostly with the rivers. So yeah, I've been diving really deep into that this fall. I've been having a bunch of fun, going out solo a couple times, having some amazing days out on the water. I think one day I banked over 20 fish, which is just absolutely insane for me. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been filming like little edits for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy those. But I'll probably continue to do those this fall and next spring. And of course, I'm really excited to start hopefully ice fishing here soon. I actually went through my gear today, and it got me really excited. This room I keep all my ice fishing stuff is an absolute just mess right now. But I organized all of my rods, which are in here, all of my reels that are in here, and I just have like my helmet there, my bibs here, just tackle everywhere right now. I haven't quite set everything up because, like I said, the ice isn't really good right now. But I think within the next week or two, we're gonna be setting up all the ice fishing stuff, which is very exciting. So speaking of ice fishing, I got something to show you guys. So I got these rods in a couple of days ago. Shimano is actually coming out with a new convergence rod, ice fishing rod for the 2022 year, which is absolutely crazy. It's already 2022. Redesigned handle and new color scheme, as you guys can see on that convergence. Got a nice reel seat. Got that cork, which I absolutely love, and we got a nice blue color and black color blank right there. So I'm excited to give these guys a go. They feel really nice. So yeah, like I said, I'm really excited about the ice fishing season. But to be honest with you guys, the steelhead fishing, it's just so fun. I think I enjoy it so much, not only because is it actually like fun to catch them, set the hook, and fight the fish, but the challenge that comes along with it, just being newer, I guess, to the sport, very intriguing to me. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So ice fishing season I'm excited about, but it can wait. But in today's video, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about some of my favorite or top producing baits of the season. As you guys saw last week or 2 weeks ago, I made a video about my favorite swim baits of the 2021 year. And in this video, other than the update, I wanted to talk about my favorite or top producing baits all around of the 2021 year. Talk about some of my most producing smallmouth baits, most producing largemouth baits. Got a couple jigs to talk about, so let's get right into it. And hopefully, as this ice starts forming, I'll be able to get on a live with you guys. We're gonna start talking about ice fishing because I'm super excited about that. So let's start off with smallmouth. So as you guys know, I do a fair bit of fishing on Lake Simcoe. Very, very clear lake, a lot of big smallmouth. I approach it a lot differently than I do a lot of the other northern lakes that I fish. And one of the approaches that I use a lot on Lake Simcoe is a leech imitation, which is exactly what a marabou jig does right here. So marabou jigs, as you guys know, catch a lot of fish. This one in particular is a Canadian Tackle Store marabou jig. Nice stout hook on there. The Lake Simcoe fish eat gobies, so naturally they're a little bit thicker, and their mouths are pretty stout. So for confidence-wise, I like having a pretty stout hook on there, just because I know when I set the hook, that fish is not going anywhere. I use my 902 rod, so it has a little bit more backbone that can really drive this hook in there. But these marabou jigs right here, using them for the past couple of years, and I absolutely love them. Black. There's a brown and purple color that I like, and then any sort of like brown greens I fish a fair bit. So that is bait number one. The LB Goby. You guys know I use this a fair bit for ice fishing. When I'm hitting up Lake Simcoe or Lake Ontario, I always have some Goby presentations with me. This is the Angler's Choice. This is the old packaging. This is the Angler's Choice Ridgeback Goby in a custom color called Ladybass Goby that you can find at the Canadian Tackle Store. But I fish this bait actually a fair bit of different ways. Usually when I'm drop shotting, I actually keep those fins on. Sometimes I take them off. It just kind of depends on the presentation. With the fins, it's a slower kind of flutter. Without the fins, a little bit more erratic. I actually caught one of my biggest smallmouth this year, 570 I believe it was, on a drop shot with this Goby right here. So definitely one of the baits of the year. Not only in the summertime, but also in the wintertime, I catch a fair bit of whitefish on this bait. So that is another bait that I kind of wanted to highlight in this video. So moving on, we got some pretty heavy hitters this year. These two baits right here caught a lot of fish for me. The Rhythm Wave, you guys know, one of my favorite swim baits. Whenever I'm using a swim bait, it's usually a Rhythm Wave. So in the summertime, I did pretty good checking this around some deeper grass, deeper ledges for smallmouth. This one in particular is the Blue Pearl Shad color. I'm not really too particular in colors, but this one's a great one. And yeah, gotta mention the swim bait. And the Ned bait. This is the Z-Man TRD Tickler. So it's a TRD, but it has those little tentacles at the back. I had some amazing days smallmouth fishing this year with the TRD Tickler. The great thing about these baits is they last on your hook pretty much the whole day. And if we're thinking about numbers-wise, this bait right here caught the most numbers for me smallmouth wise. I'll leave a link down below to one of the videos I'm referring to, but for 2021, I would say pretty much half of my smallmouth came off a Ned bait, and that Ned bait was usually the TRD ticklers. Next up is the Texas rig. Now I don't have my weights with me, but later in the season, after that like summer bite kind of died down, I caught a lot, and I mean a lot of fish dunking MILF patches, dunking milfoil. Aaron and I had one day, we probably caught like 50 fish. They weren't big, but it was just one fish after another after another. An honorable mention for a bait is the Beast Coast Mortar. It's a great looking craw. I use a fair bit of beavers, but I do like a little bit of action when I'm fishing or when I'm dunking MILF. I don't really want too many appendages so it doesn't get stuck, but I do want a nice kicking action. And the great thing about this mortar is that it has super long tentacles or legs, as you guys can see, and those things just flap like this on their way down through that grass, which I think the fish love. So with my flipping setup, I usually use between a 1/2 ounce and a 1 ounce Freedom Tackle flipping weight. I use the Freedom Tackle ones this year. A hook, usually 3/0 or 4/0. The Beast Coast Mortar takes a 3/0. And yeah, just went to town and it was absolutely a great time. Like I said, I use a fair bit of baits. The mortar is just one of my favorites. But let's end off this video on a couple of my favorite jigs of this year. As you guys know, I love jig fishing. It's so fun. Trees, grass, docks, everything. I got 2 jigs here that I want to talk about. One of them is the Freedom Tackle flipping jig. So in the 2021 year, Freedom Tackle came out with 4 or 5 jigs: the flipping, the structure, the swim, and the football. So 4 jigs. And after using primarily the structure and the flipping, I came to really like the flipping. The structure is great as well, but the flipping I feel just rolls a little bit less and comes out of cover a little bit better, especially around grass, with a more slender head. But this is one of the jigs that has done it for me this year. It's a full-size jig. It has rattles, it has the weight on the bottom there, and actually in black. So I use a fair bit of black jigs. I don't know if you guys noticed or that. I have a lot of confidence in them, and I feel like they pretty much get bit everywhere here in Ontario. So in particular, this black Freedom Tackle jig is what I caught a lot of fish on this year. And one of my favorite trailers, probably my favorite trailer, is the NetBaits Pack-A-Chunk right there. So in black once again, super sweet little jig combo here, and just flat out catches fish. So that's a jig number 1 of the year. And jig number 2 of the year is actually a mini jig. I use a fair bit of mini jigs. I wouldn't say I have more confidence in mini jigs, but I do really like fishing mini jigs. And the mini jig of the year for me is the Beast Coast Little Magnum right here. I was pretty lucky to get my hands on some before the release date, and I had an absolutely amazing day. And ever since then, this has been the mini jig I have been picking up. This color right here, I don't really remember what it's called. It's green pumpkin with some chartreuse and black in it. The trailer is a Bass Assassin right there. I actually caught my biggest largemouth of the year, which is a 520, on this specific setup right here under a tree. But the cool thing about this jig, it's tungsten, it's a little bit smaller, and a little bit more compact for those fish. So I can't really tell you guys necessarily when I go regular size over mini or mini over regular. It's just kind of what I'm feeling that day. If I'm fishing like lakes where I have it pretty figured out, I will usually throw just the regular jig. If I'm fishing lakes that I know are super pressured, or like I saw a guy run the same tree in the morning or something like that, I'll usually throw a mini, just a little bit less intimidating. But these 2 jigs right here are the jigs of the year, and I caught a lot of fish on these 2 right here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, this little recap video. If you guys have any videos you want to see from me, please let me know. Other than that, I'm pretty much just waiting for ice fishing season / doing steelhead fishing. So yeah, I'm excited for the ice, and I'm excited to see what 2022 offers for us this year. So thank you guys for your ongoing support, and I'm probably gonna try to do a live here sometime soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.